Hey, Earthgod here, and it's time to talk about Hell's Paradise. And this episode, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Just it flew by, was great. The tension was here. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have this fight here. Gonna see how they're gonna get out of this one. Everybody pretty much being caught with their pants down, thanks to Rien especially, and also Chobe. We're gonna get into those things. But then the episode just flew by. I'm like, okay, where is the next one? Come on, give me the next one. I need it right now, especially, by the way, this episode ended. I liked it quite a lot, but I'm also worried. So let's get into the episode and talk about it. Now, picks up straight from last week. Everybody versus a Tencent is pretty much focused here with Gabimaru, Yuzuriha, Sagiri, Mei versus Ran, or more like Gabimaru and Yuzuriha. But it's not gonna be that easy because, well, throughout the episode we see how even their matchups were kind of fixed by Rien using those talismans, thanks to Chobe giving out information on their names and Rien using the talisman to check if they're alive or not, because Chobe didn't know which ones were alive. But thanks to that he also gets their attributes information. It's like you have prior knowledge going into a fight, you know everybody's abilities and so on, and he set up the perfect matchups to work against them, and he was really focused on Gabimaru here, kind of being the key. But yeah, Ran is a bad matchup for Gabimaru. Yuzuriha is able to wound him, but he's just overwhelmingly more powerful than both of them combined, let alone individual here. And I like Gabi this episode. He actually had a plan B, instead if this was going to happen. Like, it's nice going with the stealth, not getting involved here, but like I said last episode, no plan really survives the first encounter with the enemy. Things were bound to go to shit. It would have been too easy if he worked according to plan. But also seems like it's going according to plan for the Tencent, especially since their elixir is almost complete. They worked out the kings of no more people being turned into 3, thanks to Chobe being the guinea pig experiment. They're advancing quite nicely. Now they're doing the ritual and they need offerings for Tan in the form of our characters, which we care about a lot. But also I like the conversation when Ran tried to get Mei to go back to them. She didn't. They're saying she's different from them now. Kind of, I like to think that she saw a bit of a different relationship that you're supposed to have with people that care about you, or unlike the ones the Tencent pretending to care about her, exiling her, treating her like shit and things like that. And she saw how it is to have different people around you, and the group was a good influence on her, to say the least. And she said, no, I'm different from you and I'm here to say goodbye. She wants to leave the island, so Mei needs to be protected here, but it's gonna be hard, very hard, considering how this episode went, and the attribute matchups being really bad for our group. Ran versus Yusriha and Gabi. Sagiri and Mei barely get away to go after the elixir. Ran even manipulated the objects, the palace, the locale there, to make it look like that was where the elixir was. So they stacked the deck, to say the least, what happened in this episode here. And the fight starts, Ran going instantly on the attack there, and Yuzuriha couldn't even break his body, like using the attribute. She had earth against his water there. She wasn't able to wound him, because Ran is actually, it feels like some of the Tencent are stronger than the others. He's definitely stronger than the previous Tencent that everybody else fought against, especially by how they train in different things that we saw here. Him having this hard body, armor like Tau surrounding his entire body is gonna be really hard to get into him, and Gabi getting overwhelmed there, but saying he has a plan, like he's gonna use his own Tau to redirect it, right? And that was the plan, and that punch was super satisfying there. And I like Ran's face being dumbfounded. He didn't see that one coming, the punch there. And here is where we see Rien and Chobe, what they did in the background. Shion and Nurugai versus Jujin, the matchup there, Fuchi and Gante versus Taofa and Jufa. Chobe also wants to recruit Toma. That was his condition, to his safety, his brother's safety. Chobe is kind of going too deep into this, like, I get caring about your brother, but he gave way too much. I'm curious, I hope at some point it's gonna be worth it, and him going against the Tencent, but so far he's done much more harm than helping or fighting against the Tens, and I hope it's gonna be worth it, at least for me, get stronger or something. And I don't know if they're gonna keep the deal, like Rian might keep it the deal to save his brother, or maybe just, hey, fuck it, use both of them in experiments there for the elixir. So I do want Chobei to actually go back at started punching, and I want to see a team up, Chobei and Gabi going against this, but we're gonna have to see for that. Now Gabi's plan hinges on this having 3 countermeasures against Tau and such. Exert more Tau in the moment when you're fighting somebody. Weaken your own Tau to deflect their Tau, but this poses a danger, and we see it even in this episode, because yes, while you can deflect the Tau even if it's not your best attribute there, if you get a punch, you're gonna feel that a lot harder than normal, regardless of attributes. And if you get a direct punch, you could be done. So this is a double-edged sword to weaken your Tau. Or join this current, how he put it. I really like that explanation there, and return it. Kind of change the flow of the current of Tau here, redirecting the strength, kind of like Tai Chi a bit. And I like how he went, what he learned from everybody else, from them there, from Sagiri, from Fuchi, from Yuzuriha, from all of them there, how to apply it, how to understand it better, and he incorporated all of that in his new fighting style that we have here, and especially that thing of being strong and weak at the same time, that balance, that middle ground. And I like moments like this quite a lot, and even Ran liked them being impressed by his talent in Tau. And what was even better from Gabi is like, fuck no, you're not just gonna diminish that, just call it talent and whatever. This was hard work from me and from everybody involved. It was a group effort, and I like how honest and he cherishes everybody else, Gabi Maru. He doesn't take the credit, he's not smug about, oh yeah, I'm so talented, I'm so good, I'm the best and whatever. No, he knows what it took for him to get here. Yes, he is also very talented, don't get me wrong. Pretty much nobody could have probably done what he did here, but acknowledging also everybody's else inputs, what they did to help him to get into this point was great there. But yeah, the fight goes back, and we have Gabi versus Ran, and Ran even tries to weaken his own Tau, but they're waiting for this, and Yuzuriha attacks and cuts him in half, kind of carrying his tandem. But as we know, it's not gonna be that easy, and he saved her life. Like when she was about to go in for the kill, he's like, wait, because we know he's gonna transform into their plant battle mode form here, and he actually does transform, and he reminds me a bit of Two-Face from DC Comics, the way he looked there in that plant form there. And yeah, this is not a fight they can win, at least not now. They probably wouldn't have won even at the beginning there, but him fully transformed here, Ran, and Rian even saying it's been centuries since Ran transformed, so this is a big event. He's actually one of the stronger ones here. He goes wild and slams them, body slams them, punches, throws them through buildings, through walls there. Yuzuriha even gets stabbed with a degree. Gabi in really bad shape, both of them bloodied up. Like, they're not gonna win this fight, and getting beaten down but not killed. Like, Ran was avoiding killing them. Imagine if he was fully going for the kill there, it would have been over much faster, because they wanted to use them in the ritual there. And yeah, he's stronger, to say the least there. And I like how in the flashback Gabi saying, like, the more you use Tau, the more it shortens your life, so you have to be careful about that. And him saying he's gonna protect Yuzuriha if it comes down to it. And I like how Yuzuriha throughout everything saying they're very different. She always values her own life more than everything else. I'm not gonna do that, no worry about it. But when push came to shove, she actually goes against her word, and I like this. Actually drags Gabi away from Ran's attack, and they go running together there. But yeah, they wouldn't have gotten away either. Ran goes after them, Gabi has to block it, last ditch effort there, but even him blocking it, Ran just pushes through. It felt like a knife through butter, even cutting through his shoulder. Like, that was like, fuck, he killed Gabi here. I think he actually died. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think he's dead. Would be interesting if they actually kill Gabi Maru, could be that type of series, but like 99.99% he's not dead. I'm leaving a small chance there. There's probably some way he's gonna learn regen also, maybe like Chobe or somebody's gonna help him with their own Tao to heal him back. Not in fighting shape, I can't see him in fighting shape instantly after something like that. Imagine somebody cutting through your body there. It's not gonna be that easy to recover from that. And what I liked was how Ran saw it, saying enough is enough, you're too tough to try to keep him alive even from for the ritual there, and he went for the kill. So this episode flew by so fast. I'm like, okay, I need the next one. I need the next episode right now. We can't end it like this on this cliffhanger here. But like I said, the series does pacing really well. You can actually feel the tension, the suspense, the rush, the running out of time here, fighting the tents and trying to get the elixir. We also have Shugen, Jika, the others also coming on the island, so it's gonna become a lot more problematic here. So it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes. I don't think they're gonna be able to finish the entire story in this season, considering how many things there are, but hopefully we're gonna get a season 3. If not, I'm definitely gonna pick up the manga and see where it fully goes. But I'm gonna wait. I enjoy anime quite a lot, so we'll have to wait and see. I know it has a proper ending, but I haven't yet read it. I kept waiting. When season 2 is confirmed, season 2 is confirmed. It's coming. It's finally here, but it also feels a bit like an eternity. And hopefully we're not gonna have this much time between season 2 and season 3. That's assuming it's going to be confirmed. So yeah, this was a great episode, but I need the next one really fast. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this episode. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Hell's Paradise. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.